What's up, everybody? The show is going to start a little differently today because I have some controversial news to share with y'all. And I'm really nervous. I don't know how to really say it. So I'm just going to get it up off my chest so I can be free and live in my truth. And I hope that y'all receive it well and, refuse to send me death threats because, who wants that? So I am the blonde woman that was seen with Juan Dixon holding hands in Georgetown. There it is, y'all. I said it. I am the blonde woman that was seen in Georgetown holding hands with Juan Dixon. I wasn't a home wrecker, y'all. This man said he wasn't married. And I mean, technically, he's still not. But I am better known as Goonicorn. Welcome back to the show. But listen, y'all, we got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. Karen's crush on Juan, Mia's crush on Wendy, and Juan's crush on embarrassing the dog fuck out of Robyn. Lord have mercy. But before we get there, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and do all of the things. And before I let you go, make sure that you check out my review on Real Friends of WeHo. And I'm laughing because nobody watched that show. So if anybody even watches that review, it is going to be hilarious. But surprisingly, I have some pretty unpopular opinions about the show. So make sure you check out my review of Real Friends of WeHo, and I'm doing Love and Marriage DC. So make sure y'all go check those out. Have fun, yada yada, boom, cow, cow. Now, let's get on to the meat and potatoes of the situation around here, and that is Potomac, Karen, and this wig. Look. There are perks that the fan favorite gets off rip. We tend not to mention the unmentionables, i.e. Karen's wig, and a lot of the lying and delusion that goes on around here because of Karen Huger. But around here, we gonna call it like it is. Karen's Mexican wig has been crazy. And wasn't she the same lady that was like starting a wig line or something last season or the season before last? It's like, girl, what happened? Because her wigs were so good last season, I think, and the season before that. And it's just like, girl, this entire season, it's like we're getting season 3 wigs. And I'm not understanding what's happening. It's shifting, it's going all over the place. It looked like a tornado, a Mexican Hurricane Katrina done hit, a Hurricane Maria done hit, or something. Like, it is crazy what is sitting atop Karen, the Grand Dame's head. So the episode starts off with Ashley tiptoeing in her wedges and her coochie cutters up to Karen, and then they get to talking. Karen tells her how she felt about how Robyn came at her last week or whatever. Robyn calling her a bullshitter. We all agree. And then Karen goes on to tell Ashley that Juan is cheating on... Karen goes to tell Ashley that Juan is cheating on Robyn with a woman that looks like her. Now, to all the Grand Dame fans in here, to all the La Dames, I'm gonna need y'all to be quiet, okay? Because we gonna flame Karen a little bit today, okay? Because the inflated ego is at an all-time high. Now, we give Robyn a lot for her very wide-set shoulders. We give her a lot for her flat ass and her flat-ass hair. We give Robyn a lot, but we are never, ever going to deny that Robyn is a beautiful woman who looks like she plays for the 49ers. Robyn is a beautiful woman, okay? Juan is also a handsome man. He could have whoever he wants. I'm sure he is on one of the biggest platforms in America, so I'm sure he can have whoever he wants. The idea that the apple of his eye, the peak of his interest outside his home is a woman that looks like Karen. When Karen very much still looks like the Wicked Witch of the East or something like that, or the West, or wherever that bitch was from. She looks like the light-skinned Wicked Witch of the West. Karen literally looks like the Crypt Keeper or something that is like kind of decomposing a little bit. All of the work that she's gotten done and stuff, sometimes it don't always look right. You know, it'd be looking a little scary. I.e. in this scene with her and Ashley, where you see the lace is just glued on to nothing but skull. Y'all, Karen really, now, don't get me wrong. Karen is a beautiful woman, as she knows it. Karen is a beautiful woman. But we not about to sit here and act like Juan is trying to find another Karen. Because that's what she's alluding to. And it's all connected to each other. What I will give Karen is that this story, there is purpose. She is trying to connect all of the dots. I will tell you where she went wrong, though, right? Where Karen went wrong is when she said that he and the woman be holding hands in Georgetown and just all public with their indecency. Girl, under no circumstances does anybody truly believe that Juan is stupid enough to be out here flaunting his affairs in public, let alone right around the corner from where everybody lives. Please spare us. Like, Juan is a well-known coach for some basketball team that I don't, a college basketball team. I do know that because of this recent little allegation, which is not a good look for him considering this story and what's going on. But I'm sure we'll get to that during the reunion time. It's like, how dumb does Juan or any other one of these men look by cheating on their wives in public and where they live? Like, just around the corner from the house. Oh, just holding hands with a bitch. Really, Karen? Like, Karen is a bad liar, but she's always had just such a good charm about her that sometimes we just be like, oh, Karen, that's just Karen. But it gets old quick. And she is, like I said, she is the fan favorite, and she is cashing in them points today. Okay? Because even on Twitter, the discourse on Twitter is so very funny to me because people are just bypassing all the holes in her story in order to make Robyn look stupid. Juan didn't help, and we'll get there. So after Karen tells Ashley about the other woman that looks like her, the Karen clone, after Karen tells Ashley about the Karen clone, then they split up to Karen going to go pee or grab a hat or some bullshit. Ashley, without missing a beat, without taking a breath, without taking a sip of water, without checking her makeup, without making sure that she ain't got nothing caught in her teeth, this girl sprints, dashes like Shanquella, what was her name? Shatiria, Shaquia, Shaniqua. She told us her name too, and I don't want to get it wrong. Shatara, the Robinson girl that was running and got caught smoking weed and got kicked out of the Olympics because she was smoking weed. This girl ran off faster than Usain Bolt to go and tell them girls all about what Karen said about Juan Chino. This girl ain't missing beat. Like Candace said, this girl lives to tell other people's business. Like, this girl makes it her business to tell other people's business. They really ought to give this girl an award or nominate her for some type of fucking award she need to be nominated as like the golden snitch or something, because this girl can't hold water. She will tell your business quicker than you. You will receive the information. Like the girl has no boundaries. She has no moral compass. The girl is here to make great TV. And I guess as long as it gets the party started, I'll accept it. She couldn't be my friend. So we leave from there, and then the girls go to like some Mexican thrift store or something like that. Ashley pulls Robyn to the side and tells her, girl, Karen told me some shit about Juan, about him being with some girl with some blonde hair, and they be holding hands in Georgetown. So, you know, Karen told me not to tell you, but you my bitch. So, there you go. So, and Karen ain't stupid. She knew that Ashley was gonna run off and go tell everybody. Like, she ain't dumb. She already knew what the tea was. So then Robyn, po Robyn, because this call did not do what you thought it was gonna do. Now, I have personal feelings about Juan's reaction. But the majority feels like Juan embarrassed you. And because everybody else feel like it's embarrassing, I would just go ahead and say, girl, I guess the man embarrassed you because everybody is now laughing at you like, haha, your man was basically berating you over some rumors. So she calls Juan and she tells him what Ashley told her, and then Juan is like, Robyn, I'm getting tired of these fucking bitches. I'm about to cuss these hoes out. Please stop calling me about this bullshit. I love you. They trying to take down everything that we built. I ain't got time for this shit. Fuck them. Fuck y'all. And I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of all of them. I'm sick of this show. I'm sick of this shit. This is our last year doing this shit, Robyn. I'm not playing with your motherfucking ass. And honestly, me personally, my opinion on his reaction is I agree. Every season, there's rumors about Juan being gay. There's rumors about him cheating. There's rumors about them being broke. And Juan, unfortunately, is collateral damage to these women trying to one-up each other with the insults. So Juan is tired of the bullshit. Every season, there's something being said about him. People are discrediting him, his work, and what they have together. Now, me personally, how I feel is that I do feel like Juan and Robyn be dragging their feet with a lot of shit or whatever. But like, if they like it, I love it. Like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my wedding. That ain't my partner. That's not my nothing. I don't got no problem with them moving slow if that's what works for them. And because those people feel like the same person, I genuinely feel like they don't give a fuck about getting married. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, it is what it is to them. Like, they're never breaking up. They're going to be together. They're going to stay together until one of them gets caught cheating, probably Juan. Because here's the thing, right? I don't not believe that Juan is cheating or has the propensity to cheat. I definitely believe the man has stepped out during the course of these 7 years, okay? It's not that big of a reach. Like, you did it once, you can do it again. I mean, you did it while y'all was married. Why you can't do it while you engaged? I don't know. I mean, maybe you're older, more wiser man now. But, I mean, it's easy to believe, okay? Okay, so now we move over to the lunch scene. All of the girls are at the table, and I think it was Candace that brought up, like, so Ashley told me something that Karen told her about Juan, and Robyn goes, you know, like, it should be no surprise to Karen that I think that she's a bullshitter. She is. Like, everybody believes that she's a bullshitter. It's not a surprise. And newsflash, it's not a surprise. We all think that Karen is a bit delusional and a bullshitter. Like, and part of me could accept that Karen doesn't even believe that she's a bullshitter, more than I think that Karen is probably like in on the joke too. And she's just so like wrapped up in her wrapped up in her image on this show that she just like goes along with it sometimes. I don't know because that's me giving her a bit of credit to being a human, you know. So then Karen sits down and she says, I don't like the fact that you went around and told all of my friends that I'm fake and all this, that, but what is fake is this wedding. And they going back and forth about that or whatever. And Robyn is like, and then Karen was like, well, girl, if you wasn't gonna get married, I'd just rather you not even say nothing. I'd rather you just not even say anything to me about it. And then Robyn like kind of got activated a little bit and was like, well, bitch, stop asking me about it then, because I'm not volunteering any information about my wedding to you. You are not invited. None of y'all are invited. So I'm not bringing this shit up. You are. Then Karen brings up the other woman, the blonde woman that he's supposedly dating or whatever. And like I already said, I don't think that Robyn really gives a fuck about this rumor because she does not believe it clearly. The other women, I don't think believe it because it just has too many holes in it. And honestly, if we keep it a buck, as long as Robyn gets to tickle Giselle under the table, she don't give a fuck about what Juan out there doing. She out there doing what she want to do, if you know what I mean. That is not funny, nor is that I have any proof to back that up. Robyn says that Juan wants to cuss Karen out, and then that prompts Karen to tell Robyn that she has been protecting Juan, and I think that word is very important. She's been protecting Juan because Juan, one time after the reunion, when Andy Cohen asked Robyn and Juan would they have a threesome, Karen somehow heard Robyn say yes. But then they did the flashback, the 8th housewife did the flashback, and it shows Robyn saying no. Now, and then Juan jokingly said, you know, you gotta spice it up. And then Karen jokingly says, I like Juan. Then after this reunion, she says that Juan gave her a hug so tight that her breast went and touched her vertebrae. Here's what I'm gonna do, right? Let's just say that Karen is exaggerating, but she isn't lying. Let's say that Juan gave Karen an intense hug and said, you know, I wasn't playing about that threesome, or alluded to, or even used her exact words in like a joking manner or whatever. Or just he used those words. Like, let's just say it. What I can believe is that his hug was probably too tight, and then that he said that, but in a playful, joking way because he felt comfortable with Karen. They've been working together all this time, and, you know, Karen likes Juan. That's what I can believe. I do not for 1 second believe that Juan is so enamored and filled with lust for Karen that he inappropriately hugged her and told her he want to put his dick in her back. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. And on a serious note, I think for Karen, because Karen has a history of being a bullshitter, Karen has a history of embellishing, and Karen has a history of skirting around the truth and blatantly lying. Karen's credibility is in question. Now, her fan favorite tokens have run out at this point. It's run out for me. For y'all, it still seems to be intact, whatever. But for me personally, on a serious note, I think that it is very irresponsible for her to exaggerate the truth like that in order to get back at Robyn. I think that is very irresponsible. As a woman who has survived, you know, real trauma, it just really is not a good look. I don't think it's a good look. And I don't think people are taking it as serious as they did with Giselle, because it's Karen and she is a fan favorite and she could kind of do no wrong. But on YouTube, we are here to have the real conversations. And that to me is the real conversation. Let's just say that this is true. I think it was smart that she didn't defend him in that moment. I think it's smart for her to just be like, okay, well, I will I can't defend that. I can't give you an answer to that because I wasn't there, and nor was it me, nor did I ever hear about this. So I think it was smart on her part to just not say nothing, sit there and eat her food, as she should have. My theory is, though, for on a serious note, that Karen has a crush on Juan, and she is using this story about the alleged blonde woman that looks like her to paint the picture that Juan is attracted to older, mature women, and so it'll make her story more believable. That is what I believe. Karen is like, okay, I have to put out there that Juan is attracted to older women so that they know that it's not unusual for this man to be attracted to older women. So when I tell them that he inappropriately hugged me and then propositioned me, that it won't be so out of left field. That is what I think the scenario is going on here today. So now we move on to Mia and Jacqueline. I don't have much to say about this. What I will say, because I said a lot last week, if y'all didn't see my video last week, I actually did a very good job at reading the fuck out of Mia. So I will go back and go watch that if y'all are new here. Hey, how y'all doing? But to add to that, I feel for Jacqueline, because I think that Jacqueline was not prepared to see her best friend in this light. I don't think that Jacqueline really was prepared to lose her best friend on national TV. She wasn't prepared to lose somebody that she had spent the majority of her life growing up with. She wasn't prepared to lose that. And this girl is kind of falling apart at the seams because, for the most part, Mia is being so cavalier, so dismissive, so stoic, and so just callous with her. And her attitude about it is very callous. Like, I couldn't imagine losing my best friend in the way that they are losing each other on this platform. I could not imagine losing my best friend like that. But I thought it was very telling when Jacqueline said, I'm not going to discuss my friendship with her in front of y'all because y'all don't give a fuck about me. Y'all don't give a fuck about us. So I'm not talking about it in front of y'all. No tea, no shade. And then Mia was like, well, then shut up then. And then like looked around the room and laughed, like for validation from the other girls. If you didn't notice, Mia, nobody else laughed with you because it's not funny and it was not cool the way that you were treating her. But them light-skinned Jebs are so desperate to have another delusional bitch and delusional woman in their crew that they're just willing to take you and your problems. Like, there is a well of entertainment that can be pulled from Mia if you really look at it. Like, I do understand more now her place on this show, and I do and Giselle, I think, knows better than anybody the type of stuff that you can extract and how you can easily manipulate Mia, because she wants to be liked by Giselle. I mean, if you really be honest, this whole show is I want Giselle to be my friend. The Real Housewives of I want Giselle to be my friend. That's just it. And Mia is very much somebody who is still caught under Giselle's spell, and Mia has just an overflowing well of entertainment that you can pull from. So I think it is a smart thing for Giselle, this evil mastermind, to be manipulating her the way that she does. And she seeks their validation. But you see that they didn't give it to you in that moment because what you were doing was just cruel. The way that you were treating her was just cruel. She doesn't know these people. So to make this girl feel isolated and alone on this fucking island, it just doesn't feel, it's not nice. It's not nice. Then Jacqueline goes off. She cries. The girls console her, whatever. Mia and Wendy talk. This was the most insincere, disingenuine, fake ass attempt at an olive branch that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm getting to the point with Wendy where I don't know if she is playing the game very fucking smart or she is that desperate to be liked in this group to save her job. Or if I had to give a third option, which I could probably see more than option B, is that Wendy is meeting Mia where she's at. She knows that Mia isn't smart. And she knows that Mia doesn't have a lot of depth. So this is literally all that Mia is able to give. Her apology consists of, I really like you. I really like you. I don't know where we went wrong. And I really like you. You're a mom. You're a wife. You're successful. You. She doesn't have any depth. She doesn't have any range to have real conversation and like break down the nuances of how she was wrong here and how they could have missed each other. What I will say though is that when she said that we keep missing each other, that was a great assessment. I think that she was just throwing words out there and seeing what stuck. But I think that was a great assessment because I do think that Mia and Wendy, they are missing each other. And I think it is not, I do think it is for a lack of trying, but I think it's because it's because of Mia. Like, I'm not putting this on a date. Like, it's because of Mia. Like, they're missing each other because of Mia. Like, the fuck? Please. So the episode ends with them foreshadowing some type of nastiness going on betwixt Mia and Wendy. And apparently, Wendy, we're going to have a problem next week. If I find out that you let Mia eat your box. Because, ew. But then me and my husband, we don't play like that. You're going to have to make it make sense, girl. Because do y'all play like that or do y'all not? Because now you don't get to judge her talking about me and my husband, we don't play like that. And, you fucking other women and men and all this other kind of shit. Because now, bitch, you are doing the exact same thing. So please, I am begging. I hope it was like the tequila or whatever. Like, I guess I don't mind you showing her your pussy or whatever. Y'all was all showing each other y'all's vaginas that night. But it's like, mama, if you got drunk and let this lady eat your coochie, we gonna have a problem. Wendy, you looked good in that dress, though. You looked good. But okay, everybody, that was my review of this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see y'all next week. Toodles.